What is going on with this thing? All right. Okay. Let's see here. Check my settings. Let's see. YubTub. Hello. Hello. All right, the microphone's working today. Oh, so much crap to move around. Hello. I don't know who's here, but hey, say hello so I know who's here. It says three watching. It's me and two other people. I'll get started here in a minute. And big surprise, going to be making a cube set today, as well as some other little projects. Five people. Wow. That's amazing. All right, let's turn this camera. Oh, I got to put the light on. I always forget to do that. Let's get that done early. Hey, we got light. Hello to whomever happens to be here. What are we going to do tonight? We're going to make a cube set. Well, part of a cube set anyway. I don't think I have enough 4x4 to actually get a whole cube set done. And most of what I have of a 4x4 is cracked, and I don't want to deal with that. Oh, excuse me. So I got to pick up another one tomorrow. Get it done. Hey, what's up, VLC? Oh, yeah, no problem. No problem. Yeah, get some sleep. Thanks for stopping by and hitting that like button and saying hello. Surprised the notification bell actually worked. So yeah, I'm gonna be making I got an order last night, late last night for a cube set, and it's my big seller. I'm almost at $2,000 in sales on cube sets at this point for this season. So I'm going to use the bits of 4x4 that I have, and then tomorrow I'll pick up another 4x4 to finish it off. But I'll get that started tonight. I think I can get one side done and get the engraving started on it. And then tomorrow I'll finish that off. In between there, I'll probably just get some cleaning done. I definitely need to do that. I started vacuuming last night. I went through my 5-gallon bucket 3 times yesterday, and I barely even put a dent in the amount of sawdust in this place. But I plan on cleaning off the CNC tonight because I want to use that on Saturday. I don't know what not Saturday. I'm sorry. It'll be Sunday this week because Saturday is our last band competition. So I want to use the CNC this week though for whatever it is I make. Speaking of which, I got the if we can see here, Yeah, got the trees done and installed. Well, that I still got to sand a little bit, get that out in the mail in the next day or so. Oop, what's going on here? Yeah, there we go. Um, yeah, I got to sand those down a little bit, get that out. They didn't end up as straight as I wanted them to. There was no good way to put them in the drill press, so that's part of the problem there. But it worked. Anyway, I'm gonna get that out. Hey, what's up, Dragon Edit? Hello, that's a new name right there. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to my Wednesday workshop. I got my tables done, my outdoor tables. I got about 8 coats on those. Let me move some stuff around here. I'll show you guys that. And they ended up getting drizzled on a little bit. And I proved that they are fairly waterproof at this point. I'm going to drop those off on Friday. We did not do very well on our raffle. Not as good as I thought we would, or hoped we would. Hey, what's up, Leroy? So there's the 2 outdoor tables, 2 end tables. Nice and shiny on the top, with many, many coats of spar urethane. Glad to finally get that project done. Oh, here we go. I think that's good. Yeah, so I'm going to be working on cube set, or part of a cube set anyway, and then get this CNC cleared off. Maybe I'll throw something on the CNC tonight. It's been forever since I've used the damn thing. I want to make sure with my computer here, I can still get it to work. So maybe I'll make something tonight and give that away. We'll see. Do a little quick scrap project with the CNC. I got some cedar there that'll carve up real nice. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. It is almost 7 o'clock where I'm at, p.m. So I got a couple hours here to kill tonight. And why do you want? I don't want to share my location. Go away, Siri. Anyway, so let's see what happens tonight. Let's see what's going on, and let's make something. So, Cube, if you're new to the channel, if you've never checked the videos out, I think the very first video I posted was me making a cube set. It's a really cool yard game. It's super easy to make. For about $30 to $35, you can make a set. I sell them on Etsy for my profit is or the what I get is $100, but I sell them for about 110 bucks. I walk through the whole process, everything I do to make the sets. So yeah, I think I have them listed on there for 110, plus taxes or whatever. Shipping is usually about $20 to $30. So all in all, I'm in it for about 60 to 65 bucks. That's a profit of about $50 for a couple hours worth of work. Not too bad, not too shabby. Hey, what is up, soldier? Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you smacking that like button. And anybody that's in here that has not, I ask just, hit that like button, maybe subscribe. I do these videos. I try to do them every week, twice a week on Wednesday, just whatever I'm working on Saturdays. That's my scrapper day. Although lately it's been on Sundays, and last week I didn't even do one because I was just so freaking busy. But whatever I make out of my scrap that day, just whatever kind of comes to mind, I give it away and I send it off. I'm behind on sending things out, and I apologize to anybody out there that is still waiting on something. It's coming. The month of October is Bandtober. It's super busy. But going forward, it should be a little bit smoother process. So anyway, let's get to building the cube set and see what happens here. All right. So, I got to clear off some space over there. Give me just a moment. By clear off space, I mean move crap from one location to a different location, because that's kind of what I do. Just move stuff around. I am going to organize this friggin' shop in the coming month. That's my goal. I gotta get that stuff put over there. Yeah, I'm gonna get this moved around. I'm gonna get things to where it makes sense. I need that. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm gonna get the shop working for me instead of being a pain in my butt. So, if you don't know what Cube is, it's a yard game. It involves throwing some batons made out of dowel about this size, about 1.25 to 1.5 inch dowel. Pine is a good one. Poplar, I don't recommend, although it's a little bit cheaper than the pine. Typically, fuck it. It doesn't hold up as long, it dents more easily. And anyway, you toss these underhanded at these wooden blocks that are about 8 inches tall, and try to knock them down about 8 yards or 8 meters away. Once you knock those down, or each one you knock down gets tossed back onto the field, you have to knock it down a second time. Once all 5 have been knocked down, then you knock down one that's in the middle called the King Cube. That's a little bit taller, about 12 inches tall. And it's a fun game. It's I like to call it Viking Cornhole. It's a cool game. What it do, Mike? Thank you for stopping by. One of my regulars. Thank you. Man, I wish I could have caught your live streams recently in the mornings and the afternoons. I've seen it pop up at work, but for once I actually have something to do at work. I got students back, and I'm getting them ready to go to the next school. So I've actually been pretty busy lately. Instead of just working, not that I don't have anything to do at work, but I've been usually over the last couple of weeks just been working on improving the curriculum and changing some things, and now I have students, so I'm back to my normal busy. What is up, schoolboy? Thank you for saying hi. Yeah, the most wonderful thing about the work I do, I'm a federal employee, so I'm not getting paid to do it. Yay! I love that for me. All right, so let me move this over here. I won't get into politics, but if anybody lives in a state where they have a Democratic senator, please ask that senator to just vote for the clean CR and let's get done with this crap so we can move on and get other things done in the country. And I don't know, people like me get paid because we're still going to work and we're not getting paid for it, which kind of sucks. Imagine being forced to go to work and not getting a paycheck, which I haven't gotten in a month now. And that's as political as I'm going to get tonight. I won't go any further. I'm not about that. I don't care which side of the aisle that you vote, but just throwing that out there. If you could, it'd be pretty awesome to put some pressure. Let your senators know you want the people of this country that are still working and not getting paid to get paid. All right, so I got a couple pieces here. I got another piece over here, and let's see. I might be able to get 2 cubes out of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got another piece over there. That's 5. I don't think I'll get a king out of any of this, but I can get things done. Yeah, it sucks, Mike. Sucks working for nothing. Thankfully, though, I have a really good bank that has given me essentially a payday loan with zero interest. What's up, Keith? Man, I cannot wait until Bantober is done. I can finally watch one of your lives. I did not get to catch your last one. I didn't even remember what I was doing, but it also doesn't notify me when yours are coming up. I don't know why. I have to check my stuff. I know I'm subscribed, but I don't know why. What is that? Ooh, that is an interesting name. Holy Claes Lofgren? Did I say that right? I have no idea. Okay, we'll see. But yeah, I really want to catch one of your lives. Hold on a second. Please tell me this is... Yep. Oh, I had just enough on that. Just enough. I lucked out there. How about that one? No, that one's really short. Okay. That's fine. Probably should have went with the other side of it. It's a bit ugly. We'll see if we can get another piece out of that. This will go to the scrap. It'll turn into coasters later. About to lose a router. Yeah! Yeah, I threw that. I chucked that up there. It was someplace else. Actually, I need to put that away. Thank you, though. Wait, me put something away? Heck, that's crazy talk. Put that on the shelf. That'll be the next. After the CNC, I'm going to organize that shelf. All right. I got 3 cut. I got a couple more back here. I can salvage a couple more pieces of 4x4. I think. Nope, those are glued together. Son of a gun. Ugh. One other piece of 4x4 I can use. It's got a big ass crack running down it. I don't know. I don't like that. But I can use this bottom bit here. Salvage that part of it. Anyway, I don't think I have any more back here. That's all pressure treated. All right. It's only 4 out of 5. Let's see what happens with this 5th one. If it comes out all right. I mean, it's a pretty good crack in there, but I think I can. I mean, I can fill that with glue. I can salvage that. All right. Waste not, want not. The rest of these, I mean, that's a big ass crack there. Why did I even buy that board? I don't know. All right. So there's those. I'll sand them down, get them on the laser, see what happens from there. What's that leaning on your shelf? Wood, most likely. Oh, 3 tortilla presses. Man, that's awesome. That is awesome. I'd love to see a video on that. All right. So, were you talking about this right here, leaning on the shelf? That's lumber storage, because why not, right? I've actually started. I got some really cool paper that's all dots. It's all dots all the way down the page. I'm trying to design how I'm going to rearrange this whole shop, my whole garage. And yeah, let's go to the sander. Ooh. Looks like a 4x4. Yeah, do I have a 4x4 over there? Yeah, that's a pressure treated 4x4, and I got a notch cut out of it. That's for a project for my wife. That's all right. It's cool. Let me get some. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, that 4x4 is spoken for, and it's pressure treated. So I'm not going to use that for Coob. Let's go try to sand this stuff down a bit. My tables came out fairly nice once I put spar urethane on them. I think the recipient, whoever wins this, is going to be happy with that part anyway. All right, I need to move this crap too while I'm at it. All these boards here. All right, all this laser stuff needs to go over by the laser. Yeah, once I move this shop around, I'm going to be, I think, more happy. I'm going to make more room in the center. And another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to push these table saw, and I can do it now, I think. Push this table saw to the garage door and pull it back when I need it. That's going to open up a lot of space that I need to do other things. And now I need to vacuum like crazy. WD-40. I'm going to see if I have some WD-40. I thought I had some. I might not, because I need to. Is that going to work? Well, I don't have any WD-40. Okay. White lithium grease. Would that work on this sander? If I tore this down, would that work? Probably not, huh? White lithium grease isn't quite the right lubricant to use for this, but this thing squeals like crazy. I really need to blow it down, clean it up. I'm going to tear it down to the studs, put it back together again as part of cleaning up. Mostly because this belonged to an old woodworker, and I'd like to treat it right. I don't think that I necessarily haven't, but I haven't really done any maintenance to it. I guess I could loosen up the paper a little bit. Tonight I'm putting on the RZ mask because holy crap. Oh. Hey, what's up, Mark? Thank you for stopping by. Electronics cleaner and the bearings, then graphite spray. I know. Okay. All right. I will try that out. Vegetable oil, huh? Yeah. Hello, Mark. Thank you for stopping by. If you like what you see, hit a subscribe, hit a like, or hey, just leaving a comment's cool too. So somebody in the chat, let me know why. Hopefully you can hear me still. Sanding on the rounded portion over here works better for getting rid of the pre-printed like barcodes and stuff, anything ink, than on the flat top. Like this is still a hard surface, and so is this, but this works a lot better at removing that stuff a lot faster than the flat top does. Where's that? Whew. Digs deeper. Yeah. Target areas won't be flat, more aggressive. Yeah. I kind of get that. Like, oh, got a lot going on here. Let me roll back here. You know, worry about electrons. Yeah, whatever. Sling shit everywhere. Whatever. Okay. Wood to build a bench. Wife wants to make the center flip up. Ooh. So the conduit. I'm glad you brought that up because I've been researching ways to build props for next marching season. There's a company, and shit, I don't know if I've saved it or not. But there's a company that makes connectors for conduit. Everything from T connectors to cross connectors to pivoting connectors, everything. Using EMT conduit. Pretty awesome stuff. All right. All right, let me clear off the laser now so I can get into it. Hold on just a moment. Move all this crap back off the laser, back onto the miter saw, because, you know, that's how I roll here. Just move crap from one place to another. Yeah. All right, and get this stuff out of the laser I don't need in here. And now I'm going to have to redo the height on the laser because it's not going to work in my previous settings because I've added wood. I've added layers to the bottom. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that in case you didn't know and you have a laser like this. So I'll put that boop there. So I don't know if you can see that very well, but I have a bunch of layers. Oh, shit. A bunch of layers of scrap sitting underneath there to raise up. Like I can't put these 4x4s directly in the laser with the honeycomb on there. So what I have to do is remove that honeycomb and pop these pieces in there and turn it on. And honestly, you know what? I can't even remember what the current settings are. One thing I don't like about Lightburn, if you use Lightburn, is it doesn't save settings by job, which is kind of annoying. So let's get that laser moved over. Hey, what's up, soldier? Thank you for stopping by. So let's go ahead and do this Lightburn thing here. I'm going to open this file. Cube. If anybody wants to build a cube set, wants the file for the runes, feel free to send me a message and I will send it to you. I do. God damn it. I need a new mouse. Fucking A. The middle mouse wheel doesn't want to work. I have so much freaking sawdust in here anyway. All right. So let's see here. How close am I? Oh, actually, maybe these settings will work. We'll go 15 millimeters. Let's see how that works. Hopefully it's not too low. It doesn't crash into the workpiece. Nope. Cool. Let me go my 16.9 that I normally do. Or 18.9. Actually, let's go 17. Let's see if that gets us close. I don't feel like crashing my nozzle today. Well, I guess the 18.9 is going to be pretty damn close. All right, maybe I didn't add multiple layers since the last time. 18.9. Let's see if that works. It's a little close, so let's go ahead and defocus that just a hair. We'll go 18.5. Yep, perfect. Cool. You probably couldn't see that because I was in the way. Let me move this here. So what I did, I created this piece right here. I did a ramp test and figured out exactly the perfect focal distance for this nozzle. Cut it, got it to work the way I wanted it to, and check for the digital caliper. This is my perfect focal distance right here. So when that's tight in there against the workpiece, I know I've got the right focal distance. Easy way to do. Maybe I should do a. No, there's plenty of videos on how to do a ramp test. I'm not going to do that. But anyway, do a ramp test, figure out your perfect focal distance, and yeah, that's how I do it. I made a feeler gauge essentially, so I can do that. So now that that's there, I'll let you guys watch the laser for a minute. I actually run the laser without the top down. I disabled that feature in Lightburn because I broke the cable for the top. Anyway, but I'm not going to do that. So let me add my first 3 runes. Just give me a moment here. 1, a 2, a 3. 3 runes. All right. Shit. Where's my... The lid's over there. I don't need the lid on. It's fine. Everything's fine. At least for the first set. Is this still set right? 125 and 40. That should work. It's an offset fill. That should work. I've already got the focus set. Let me home it. I never start it from where I've checked it at. I always home it first. I don't know that it matters, but it's just one of those things that I do. So I'm still focused, right? I got to turn the exhaust on and then go. And while that's going, I'll check the chat. I have a CNC machine. That is not my CNC. That's my laser, as other people have pointed out. But I do have a CNC. Yeah, MS-DOS. Holy crap. I actually used DOS this week. Or at least the DOS client in Windows. Holy crap. Manufacturing machines still using MS-DOS and floppy disk? Holy shit. Wow. I would love to see that. But I mean, the coding for a CNC or a laser is not all that exotic. I mean, it's very simple code. I mean, Gerbil is it's not a very advanced program or a very advanced language. So I could see that. Datamax White, sure. So I like to do a offset fill in Lightburn for these because it engraves a little bit deeper than just a regular fill. So it gets a much darker fill. This one here is going to be a Yakasugi or a torch finish, which I love. I'm so glad the customer wanted that because it makes my life a whole lot easier. I don't have to stain anything. I just got to torch it. So I'll actually get this out on Friday. Maybe even get it out tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, you know what? I need to. Keith and Soldier, you guys are regulars as well as Mike, so I have made you guys moderators. Yeah, so if anybody wants to make a cube set, they have a laser, they want to try this out, I'll send you the file. No problem. Yeah, that sucks, Keith. I've got tomorrow off. My daughter has a doctor's appointment I got to take her to. My wife doesn't have time to take her. And seeing as I'm not getting paid, I don't give two shits. So I hope there's nobody on here tonight that has been affected by Hurricane Melissa. If you have, well, I don't know what the hell you're doing watching my channel, but I feel for you. Yes, I can do images on there, Benny. I've only done it once. It was actually on a 4x4 coaster. I haven't tried it with anything else. But it is something I can do. I'm not proficient at it, but it is something I can do. So rotate those blocks. Go ahead and undo what I did before. Move the next 3 runes into place. 1, 2, 3. I've got this down to a science now. Excuse me. Yeah, I want to see those tortilla presses. I mean, Soldier, I haven't seen any of the pictures or videos of the aftermath. There was a news article I saw earlier today that had that. I just didn't look at it, but holy crap, man! So it was basically a 13-mile wide EF4 to EF5 tornado. That's crazy. Like it just ripped right through the middle of Jamaica. Now it's hitting Cuba. Much weaker hurricane, but it's supposed to strengthen once it goes past Cuba. Thankfully, it's supposed to just go out into the Atlantic and not affect anybody else. But damn, sucks. I wish I could help some people. Shit, I'm not even getting paid right now. But if you can, contact the American Red Cross, whomever. If you can help those people. That's a bad one. Um, Let me check something here. Has my wife messaged me? She has not messaged me. Cool. Oh, Christmas trees. It's almost time for that. Almost time to flip the next one. So I can get a set of these done, the lasering done in under an hour for a full set. That's the longest part of this whole build process for these cube sets, honestly. Just waiting for the laser to do its thing. I love watching it though. Sometimes I just want to stick my finger in there and go, "Ooh, I wonder what that feels like." Yeah, Keith, Ash. Hopefully, you're doing a video on these tortilla presses. I've seen some videos on it before, but I'd love to see that. And it's something I could actually use at home. I mean, we don't do it a lot, but we do it enough that actually I'm meaning to make my own homemade tortillas instead of buying them at the store. I've gotten into bread making recently. That's my new thing, is making baguettes. I watched a TikTok on a dude making baguettes. Like total time is about 5 minutes worth of work, and the rest is just either waiting for the bread dough to rise or baking. And holy crap, I love it. Now I need to alter my recipe a little bit because they do come out a little bit dense, and I got to figure out the math there. But man, they taste so good though. Love a fresh baguette. A baguette and some crock pot chili. There's a reason why I'm a fat ass. That's one of the reasons. Look at our Etsy. I'll check out your Etsy too. Speaking of Etsy, I've been making T-shirts. So my Etsy is full of some T-shirt designs I've been doing. I've had a lot of fun with it. I got another batch I got coming out soon about United States presidents. Now, I honestly, some of this stuff wasn't my idea, but it sparked other ideas. There's a podcast I listened to where they said something like, "Ooh, that would be a cool T-shirt," and I just kind of went from there. So, Mike, it's once you get an Etsy account established, like it's an easy way for not necessarily passive income, but just another income stream. You get 50 or so sales on there, and then Etsy starts caring about you, and the more the merrier. And what Etsy really cares about though is that you constantly add more product, and that's why I'm doing the T-shirts. Really, they're not. So that's the thing. Like these cube sets, right? I've sold $2,000 worth on Etsy. Other cube sets, like I'm competitively priced, but like I'm not underselling myself either. I could probably charge more, especially with the shipping costs that I eat. That's the one thing, is you got to offer free shipping, right? You work that into the cost of your product. But it is like if you do honest work and obviously you do, it's just another way to kind of get your name out there, and another income stream. I don't love it, especially since they changed their fee structure. Like, you spend a shit ton. Basically, you can look at 10 to 15% of whatever you charge is going to their fees. But they got to make theirs. I understand they do a lot of work to get your shit out there. So, but I also pay for advertising too. I wish the fees were reduced if you paid for advertising. I'm still coming out on top in the end, but I could do better. But in order for but Mike, you're someone who understands SEO. You understand the computer side of things. Etsy is really for idiots like me that don't understand all that stuff. Even when I had my own website, the only sales I got from it were word of mouth. I said, "Hey, check out my website." The fees were a lot lower that way. It was very few sales. So for someone like you that is more literate with that side of things, it's probably not as good. But like I said, it's another outlet, right? Another way for you to get your stuff out there, if that's what you're trying to do. But you seem to have a good thing going, so I don't know that it's necessarily something that you need to do, honestly. Yeah, I've had something like I try to undersell. That's a mistake a lot of rookies make, is going, you're never going to compete with the cheap Chinese market, right? It's just not going to happen. And a lot of the stuff on Etsy is just cheap knockoffs from China. Now, they said they've tried to crack down on that, and whether or not they have, I don't know. But they said that's what they're trying to do. And I haven't noticed a difference. But yeah, if it's something you can batch out, Etsy's a good place. But doing a combination of Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, TikTok, Instagram, all that. I'm just trying to get to as many eyes as possible, honestly. Yeah. Although I haven't opened up a TikTok shop yet. Probably should do that. I just have no idea what I'm doing on TikTok. My oldest daughter, she's my TikTok manager. But she's in college right now, many states away. Single continuous ad on Facebook. Okay. Man, I wish I could get, like, I haven't paid for ads on Facebook. I did it for a very short period of time, but I didn't see a return on that investment at all. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Next year, I'm going to dive deeper into that to try to make that work for me a little bit better. But also doubling up on Instagram and TikTok as well. Like, I'll throw shit on Facebook Marketplace, but I don't pay for the advertising. Don't what? more deeds, but people are asking AI where to get things now. Okay, yeah. And I use AI to write my Etsy and Facebook listings for me. Hopefully they coincide. So how do we make that work for us? If people are asking AI where to get things, how do we get AI to tell them to drive them to us, the little guys? How do we gain the system? Vibe code with the meta. You should do like a weekend masterclass on this shit. I'd sign up for that. I'd subscribe to that. Had to build yours. Okay, fair enough. Man, I'm kicking myself because I didn't get into I didn't get into what you do when I was young enough to appreciate it or to really understand it all, and now I don't necessarily have the time um, to jump into that. But there's skills there that I need to learn before I retire, because when I retire, I'm going full time. I'm gonna build an actual workshop, and that's what I'm gonna do in my retirement while I wait for my wife to retire. Zoom. I'm gonna have to look up this vibe coding thing. Use a combination of AI, LM coder stack. Okay. Well, something I'm gonna have to look into. I've done very little coding. I took one C++. Actually, I took two C++ classes. But I haven't gotten into many of the other aspects of that. This is going to be ugly. We'll see what happens, though. I might have to replace this one piece. Have it on Google Play once you set up. Oh, okay. I did have ChatGPT write me code for an app a couple apps actually that I came up with, but I need to learn the coding myself. Again, C++ is the only coding I've ever done. I like the syntax. Oops. I understand it. I haven't gotten into anything else, but I imagine it's not too terribly different. Just a slightly different language to learn. I enjoyed C++ though. I had fun with it. I also enjoyed coding on an Arduino for one of my engineering classes. My daughter's going to do that for one of her classes. Vibe code, yeah. AI sucks at the code at the moment, has been improved. What it does is crucial. Yeah, I get that. Like trust me, I check everything ChatGPT does against other sources. Um, so there's one app I came up with years ago. I'm sure somebody else has already done it, but I'm going to try what ChatGPT came up with, at least on the iOS platform. I got to figure out how to do that though, how to test it. Yeah, ChatGPT does that a lot when I tell it other things too. But the idea for the app was to take You scan UPC codes from your grocery shopping or your receipt and everything else you have in your pantry. And then it integrates with, say, allrecipes.com. And you say, hey, what's for dinner? And it comes up with, a handful of recipes you can make with all the ingredients that you have based off of what you've given it as input. Another one was what to wear, because I'm not very fashion conscious. I like blue jeans, t-shirts, and freaking hoodie sweatshirts. But, hey, let me take a picture of all the articles of clothing I have, and then based off of the weather, the season, and what's fashionable, what should I wear today? For idiots like me that know jack shit about fashion. Then I can integrate that with something like whatever those, like, hey, ship me crap in the mail services are. Try to sell that to one of them. Oh my. Water and mineral rights and tracks those lease royalties. Fair enough. All right, that block is not gonna. I don't like that. I'm gonna recut that tomorrow. I'm gonna have some better 4x4. There is a guy that listens to a pod, or that is a regular on a podcast I listen to, that would probably enjoy that app. Honestly, he works in the city of Boston. He does a lot of that kind of stuff. I believe it. I absolutely believe it. I do a lot of shit on paper, or the job I'm qualified for does a lot of shit on paper that they're just now getting to doing on a tablet. And let me tell you, the way they've gone about it is bass backwards. Don't ever, 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 ever try to do anything with the Navy Marine Corps intranet. One of my professors, she had done a bunch of work with them. She said, I'll never contract with them again. It's crazy. The levels of bullshit the government goes through to keep themselves secure for stuff that doesn't need to be. Back of hey, whatever works, right? Whatever works. Hot damn, I got another 5 subscribers tonight. That makes me happy. We'll get to 500 eventually, and then 1,000. Talking crazy stuff. So I guess I'm just going to finish up the lasering here tonight. That'll be it, because I don't have a whole lot else I can do tonight. Oh, I did say I was going to clean off my CNC. Ooh. I don't know. I have space for all this crap. That's something I'll do tomorrow. That I have a day off. Because I'm going to find space for all this crap. Hey, I believe it. I absolutely believe it. There's a lot of good uses for AI. Honestly. As a matter of fact, earlier today, I had AI write me a couple of Nexus letters that I can submit to the VA after I get my doctor to sign them to try to increase my disability. Trying to get 100% by next school year so I can get my daughter free tuition, or at least pay for her tuition. Shit, that's expensive. Although I found it's less expensive. Here's the crazy thing. So my daughter's going to school in Ohio, out of state. We live in North Carolina. I work in Virginia. So I can get in-state tuition in Virginia. She really had her heart set on going to Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech said, screw you. They didn't even waitlist her. So she was pretty pissed off about that, understandably. She had her heart set on Virginia Tech. We had visited the campus the summer before. She loved it. It's a beautiful campus. Really cool atmosphere. But I'm actually glad she ended up in Ohio because her out-of-state tuition in Ohio is actually less expensive after room and board and everything else than it would have been for in-state at Virginia Tech. That is absolutely crazy. Hello, Mrs. Making. So who else is? Well, Mike is taking a break because he's the only one that's been chatting. Who else is on here? I got 9 people watching. I know Keith is here. Soldier was here for a bit. VLC. A couple names, other names I recognize. Who else is here? Who else is still here? Watch me flip stuff around on the laser and burn it on the laser. Oh, now 3 people dropped out. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Oops. If anybody needs the files for this, let me know. Or the file. It's actually 2 files for their laser. Ugh. Now it says 6 watching. 3 of those are probably Keith. 1 is me and 1 is Mike. So there's somebody else here. Yeah, I know you're still here, Keith. Trying to see who else might be here. Ooh, I am going to flame these things up before I end this tonight because I love flaming shit on camera. I love setting stuff on fire. It is the easiest way to stain a piece of wood. Oh, just 2 today. Man, you're slacking, Keith. I'm definitely doing this in portrait mode instead of landscape mode, vertical instead of horizontal. Gets a lot more random people. I don't understand why YouTube loves that. I guess it's because people watch stuff on their phones vertically. I prefer things horizontally. I don't get it. I'm an old man, though. Too tired to go out to the garage? I gotcha. It's all good. I appreciate you. And hey, if I could ever get on and watch your live, I will put it on 3 different screens at once. I will get you some of those views. Actually, I want to check it out here. I'm going to go to your channel real quick. Let's see. Where are you at here? Open link in new tab. 63 subscribers. Sweet. We're almost up to 100. 3 lives. 2 regular videos. Oh, by the way, that baptismal chest was freaking amazing. Loved it. I wish I could get fucking corners like that. I cannot do a 45 to save my life. So mad props. Whoever's on here, including Keith, I'm going to go ahead and put your channels up in the chat here. Please go check these guys out. There's Keith. Let's see, Mike. And Mike, please, if you guys, I know it sucks right now. Mike is doing this thing. He's doing raising money for Angel Tree. His goal is to buy out an entire tree. If anybody watching right now, if you can throw a couple bucks his way, by whatever means possible, to help him buy out this Angel Tree and make some random kids Christmas for stuff that matters, right? It's not like I need a Nintendo Switch and I want this and it's stuff like I need clothes or I need bedding or I need shoes. I mean, it's real shit, right? I'm sure most people have heard of Angel Trees. Mike has got this campaign going this season that is just absolutely awesome. I love the idea of it. And if you can throw a couple bucks his way, watch one of his lives, give him, become a subscriber to his channel and throw a couple super chats or whatever. Help this guy out. Help him make these kids Christmases. It's such an awesome thing he's doing. I absolutely love it. Check him out. As a matter of fact, from this sale, I'm gonna be throwing a portion of this sale, all the sales that I make until he buys that tree, is going his way, because I think it's just something awesome that he's doing. Sweet, I can't wait to see it. I know I'm gonna finally do another video. I don't know what it's gonna be on. There's so much stuff that I should have filmed, but I didn't. I'll figure out something, but I got to do a real video, not just a live. So now it says 10 people watching. Hey, for anybody who's watching, that second link I threw up there, or if, hey, you want me to promote your own link, say hello. Let me know. Let me know what your channel is. I'll throw it up there. I'll share it with everybody. I'll subscribe to it. Other people will subscribe to it. But yeah, that second one there, Mike is making stuff. If it's not a channel you already watch, then go check it out. He's got something awesome he's doing to help out kids who are less fortunate. I'm trying to buy out an entire Angel Tree. Pretty awesome. Mailbox. Cool. I want to do one of those mailbox stands, I guess. I don't know what you call it, but is basically like a wall with fence pickets or whatever. And, you throw the number on there and whatever else. I want to start building some of those. I think it's more of a spring project than fall and winter, but that's something I've been meaning to do. I'm going to do it at my own house and then go from there. Those things go for hundreds of dollars. You can easily charge $200 for one of those. I mean, shit. The crappy vinyl mailbox post at Lowe's is like $150. All right, we are done with the laser engraving. Now it's time to burn shit. So I've had too many beers. So now I'm swearing a lot. And YouTube's going to hate me. But fuck them. I don't care. Ah! I just dropped a bit on the floor. Let me pick that up because I'll never find that again. It'll end up buried in sawdust. All right. Let's move some stuff out of the way. And then I will get to torching this stuff, and then I'll be done for tonight. That's as far as I'm going to go tonight. All right. Let's move all that. Oh, I might torch the Christmas trees. That would be cool. So I have made probably a dozen or so of these cube sets. Now, granted, this is only half a set right here. Yeah, this one, no bueno. I don't like it. So I'll redo that one tomorrow. Let me move over here. So again, I've done a half or about a dozen or so of these sets that are torched. Plus a bunch of other projects I've done. That's what you built. Okay. Yeah, I'd love to see that video. I'm still on my first tank of propane with this. The customer wants it for both sets, which is kind of weird, but hey, whatever. The customer's always right. So just give it a little torching here. I don't usually do the underside. I like to keep the underside a different color or blank. One thing I love about doing it this way, though, is any little fuzzies I missed when sanding, the torch usually takes care of. One thing it does do, though, is accentuate some little bits there that maybe didn't sand quite right. Maybe I should be a little bit more careful with the torch going around the rooms. Maybe not. I can always sand it down a little bit. Oh, by the way, I am super excited. I want to share this news. Most of y'all probably won't get two shits, but I'm super excited. I'm a huge fan of the Foo Fighters, and they announced a North American tour, stadium tour, next year. And so I was able to secure tickets to their tour for August of next year in Nashville, Tennessee. Pit tickets. I'm fucking excited. So I've gone 3 times already to see the Foo Fighters. The first time was in the pit. I was five people back from the center of the stage. Most incredible fucking experience of my life. The second time I went, Took the whole family. It was in Virginia Beach. We were in the lawn. It was an outdoor amphitheater. So we were way back in the lawn. I mean, it was still the Foo Fighters. I loved it. My youngest daughter, she slept through most of it. My wife, she was like, all right, cool. I've seen the Foo Fighters now. She never wants to do it again. My other two kids, my two oldest, they're huge fans. They loved it. The third time we went, it was basically the same venue, but it was in Raleigh. And we had seats this time, but it was in the back, like almost in the lawn. But we had seats. And it was a cool experience. This time we're in the fucking pit. We're going to get there at 9 o'clock in the morning. We're going to wait in line. We're going to get right up to the stage or as close to the stage as possible. I can't fucking wait. Like, I am super psyched about this. Anyway, I just want to share that because for the first time ever, because it wasn't Ticketmaster, it was SeatGeek for Tennessee. For almost all the other venues, it was Ticketmaster. Fuck you, Ticketmaster. I fucking hate you because you suck balls. The last time when it was just me and my two oldest kids, I tried to get pit tickets. I had selected them. And then as soon as I went to pay for it, I went, ooh, someone else bought your tickets. Well, fuck you, Ticketmaster. SeatGeek, so much better. It actually, I had to get on the phone with my card company. About a 15-minute call because they thought it was fraudulent. Cancel. I made sure they understood it wasn't fraudulent. I was still able to get the tickets. So fuck you, Ticketmaster. SeatGeek, much better. Now, Ticketmaster may own SeatGeek. I don't know. But it was a much better experience. Anyway, just want to share that. I'm super psyched. Next August is going to be an awesome weekend in Nashville. My wife, my youngest daughter, they're going to hang out in Nashville, do whatever in Nashville while we're at the concert. My wife has always wanted to go to Nashville, so they're going to hang out. They're going to have a good time. We're going to go to the concert. We're going to have an awesome time. So anyway, I'm going to probably sign off now. I'm just going to check the chat real quick. Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for tonight. I got that much done. I was hoping to get more done, but I ran out of materials. I'll get the rest of the order built. And then Sunday, before the Patriots game, early. My goal is to do it early. We'll see. Because the Saturday competition, we might be there till 3 o'clock in the morning. It's a long-ass competition. If they do as good as their potential is, it's going to be a long, long day. So, I don't know. Maybe it'll be after the Patriots game. So, it's either going to be early at 10 o'clock in the morning or it's going to be later at 5 o'clock in the evening. But either way, Sunday, I'm going to do my Scrapter Day. I apologize I missed last week. I was just busy all weekend. So, thanks for hanging out tonight. It's been a good time like it always is. Keith, I need to check out one of your lives. Hopefully, after this next weekend, I'll have free weekends again, and I'll be able to do it. So, thanks for hanging out. Go make something.